Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Um, Gosh, thank you so much for sticking with me, my subscribers, for those that um, have been with me throughout my journey. I'm so appreciative of all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, and I know I've been gone for a little bit. This year has been such an amazing year so far. There's been a lot of changes that have happened in my life that are still unfolding, and I am just trying to go with the flow of things at the moment. So I do apologize if I've been away, but I do post almost daily on my social media pages. Um, I will leave the links for my social media in the description box if they're not there already. My Instagram, I'm always posting positive motivational messages. On my Facebook group, which I recently started, I know that I do weekly energy forecasts um, for the collective. And I post, relevant videos to what we are going through as humanity consciously. And so, if you guys are interested in following me on either social media pages, I will leave the links for those in the description box. So, what I'm here to talk about today is really um, in terms of relationships, when we are thinking about cutting ties or clearing what no longer is conducive to our energy or to our environment or where we're going, there's a few things that I wanted you guys to consider, especially in regards to. Sorry, I need to turn off my phone when I do these videos, especially when it is in regards to opposites. Why do opposites attract each other, and how are they beneficial to you? There is a mutually beneficial relationship to opposite forces. If we're okay, I am sorry about that interruption. I'm really gonna turn this phone off. I'm sorry. One moment. Okay. Where were we? So when it comes to opposite forces, if we're even thinking in terms of energy, negative and positive charges do attract each other. They have this magnetic force that kind of ties them together, and they do mutually benefit each other, right? When they come together. So think of it in that way. Our job here is to figure out what is this connection, if it is opposite to you? Why is it? Oh, sometimes we feel like we're like a glutton for punishment because we keep going back to these forces that we feel are not good for us, or that seems like an uphill battle just trying to make a connection with that person. But if you actually change your perspective on this relationship, if you try to look at what benefits you, what is it that this person is bringing to the table? Let's see if I can set an example actually with me. So I am in any kind of a relationship very, very easygoing and mutable. But at the same time, because I am very easygoing and mutable, I tend to take on other people's energy as my own. I can adapt really quickly to it. And so, in that regard, people like me that are very mutable and that are sensitive to energy need to really, really be careful of what you are connecting to, because you may connect to something that is not necessarily good for you. So, when it comes to your opposite, if I am connecting to someone that is quite, what's the word, controlling, what are they bringing to the table? Well, they're bringing structure to my otherwise scattered energy. Mutable energy sometimes can be scattered, not always. We tend to adapt to our environment rather quickly and maybe sometimes lose a sense of who we truly are. And so when you're connecting to someone that's quite your opposite, that is fixed, they bring a sense of grounding, they bring a sense of stability to your energy. And so, regardless of what your energy is, you can choose to look at it in that way rather than me saying this person is so oppressive to me. They want to control me and I don't want to be controlled. I can choose to look at it as beneficial. Maybe I do need to settle down and bring control back into my life, but it doesn't mean I need to take on their energy wholly and fully. What it means is I can take a small dose of their energy that they're bringing to the table and apply it to my life to a point where it's comfortable. And also when you're dealing with someone that is your opposite or someone you just can't seem to, what's the word I'm looking for? Connect with, because you feel like it is very much an opposing force. Communication is key. It's so important if you feel in any way that this person is coming on too strong or you just can't understand where they're coming from, even when you're having discussions. Communicate from a sense of understanding and calm and a peaceful place, and that will send then that energy to the other person to respond in the same manner. Like especially when you need to have a discussion with someone that is opposing your views, someone that is your opposite. It's so important for you to set the tone. If you want to be heard and if you want to be understood, you need to come across in that manner of coming from a place of love and calmness and peace. So yes, communication is key, and learning to communicate rather than resenting and holding stuff in and feeling hurt. If you just spoke about it and spoke your mind in a peaceful way, you can squash it right there. And you can then allow yourself to see, and vice versa, the other person will then see what you both are bringing to the table and how you can work this out. Opposing energies continually will teach you and elevate you in ways that you never thought possible. When we are seeking a connection that is quite similar to ours, these are the relationships that tend to, in a manner of speaking, I would say like that candle, that light, that fire will soon burn out because you're no longer stimulating each other, if that's the correct term. Yeah, there's no stimulation, there's no growth, and you're no longer learning anything new. One of our human needs, especially for those of you that follow me on Facebook, I have been posting, or I have posted on my page, Maslow's the hierarchy of the human need. I believe that's how it's termed. Mentions in one of the needs is our need and ability to be loved and have a sense of belonging, and also cognitive needs. We require knowledge. We need to grow, and knowledge comes from many different forms of life. It could be through formal education and institutions, but also we can learn from each other. Life situations teach us and give us a higher level of knowledge or wisdom through our lessons. And so it is important to have people like that in your life in any shape, way, or form. It could be friendship, it could be a romantic connection, it could be your parents. Like I am one of those kids that always felt like I was different from the family, and there was always this power struggle, where I felt like I was outnumbered because they didn't have the same views as I did. I felt like I didn't belong, but now when I look back on it, of course, my relationship with them has strengthened because, as the years go by, you grow into yourself, and you have a certain level of wisdom, and you realize what they have been trying to teach you. My family, my mom especially, who was the disciplinarian, has taught me how to be in control. I always viewed her as someone that was controlling, and of course, I didn't appreciate it. But now I do. I can be in control of my life without being overpowering towards others. That's something that I have. And I took a little bit of her energy, and now I am applying it to life, which is quite beneficial. So take a look at your relationships in that way and see what you need to embrace and what you need to balance out. I don't believe there is a true evil force out there that's 100% evil. We are in a dualistic universe, in a dualistic world. There's duality that even exists within us. Our job is to balance it out, illuminate what needs to come forward and heal it. So I think that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much, everyone. Sending you healing vibes, so much love. I'll speak with you soon. Bye for now.